This video I'm going to enable Remote Desktop in Windows 11, briefly show how to manage users for it, and finally change the RDP port number using the registry editor. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go down and right-click on the Start button, then I will go up and left-click on the System option. Then after that loads, what I want to do now is scroll down until I see the Remote Desktop option in the middle, so I will go over and click on it. Next I will go up and click on the toggle button to switch it from off to on, and then go down and click on the Confirm button to enable Remote Desktop. The PC name shown here is what I will use to connect when on the same network, which will use the default port number of 3389 if another port is not provided after the PC name. Now I will click on the Remote Desktop Users option, and this is where I can add and remove users other than the account I'm currently using, which it shows already has access. I will click Cancel to close the Users window, go down and right-click on the Windows Start button again, and then up to left-click on the Computer Management option. And now after the Computer Management window opens, I will double-click on Local Users and Groups to expand it, then click on Users and go over to right-click on the user account so I can click on Set Password. Now I will click on the Proceed button and type in the password I want twice to confirm it, and then go down and click on the OK button so I can log in with this account that I didn't have a password set for. So I will click on the OK button after the new password has been set, and then go up to close the Computer Management window. Now to change the port number, I will go down and click inside the search box next to the Start button and start typing Registry Editor until I see it pop up above under Best Match for me to click on. And after clicking the Yes button to allow the app to make changes to this device, I will go up and select the computer path in the header and paste in the full key with the value that I want to edit and press Enter. So to get there without the full path to the key, first I will double click on HKey Local Machine, then System, CurrentControlSet, and now Control. Then I will scroll down to the next folder, which is Terminal Server, then WinStations, and finally RDP-Tcp, which is where the port number value is located. So now I will scroll down and look for the D-word value for port number, and then double click on it to open it up so I can edit it. I will need to select the base decimal option to see the port number, where I can then change it to whatever port is available on my computer, and then click the OK button to save it. Next I would need to go down to click on the Windows Start button, and over to click on the Power button, and then restart my computer for the changes to take effect. Now after the computer restarts, I will need to go down to click in the search bar again and start typing Advanced until I see Windows Defender Firewall with Advanced Security, where I will then go up to click on it. And after the firewall window loads, I want to go over and click on the Inbound Rules option and then scroll down until I see the 3 rules for Remote Desktop. The TCP and UDP rules are both set for the default port of 3389, and it won't let me change them, so I will need to create a new inbound rule for the 34100 port number I changed in the registry. So to do that, I will go over and click on New Rule, and then when the wizard window pops up, I will go down and select the port option and click on the next button below to continue. Then I will type 3400 in the specific local ports and go down to click the next button. I will click Next again to allow the connection, and Next again one last time to apply the rule to all 3 options listed. And here I can name this rule anything I want, so I will just type New RDP in the name field, and then go down to click on the Finish button, and it will create the inbound rule for the firewall. Now I want to restrict all external IP addresses except for my local network, so I will go up and double click on the new inbound rule that I just created, and then click on the Scope tab at the top. And under Remote IP Addresses, I will choose the These IP Addresses option, and then go over and click on the Add button to the right. Then I will use the example listed below the This IP Address or Subnet field and type in 192.168.1.0, then /24, which is a total of 256 local IP addresses. And if my local IP address was higher than 1 in the 3rd octet, I would want to use that value or a /16 subnet, which would be over 65,000 local IP addresses. So I will go down and click Apply and then OK, and this scope for remote IP addresses will immediately take effect. Now I will go up and close the firewall window and then switch over to another computer so I can show how to log into the bare system now that I have it set up for Remote Desktop. So from here I will go down to click in the search bar next to the Windows Start button and start typing Remote Desktop Connection until I see it pop up in the Best Match results. And now while hovering over it, I can either right click or go over to the right and click on the Open File Location option. This will open up File Explorer to the shortcut to start Remote Desktop Connection, so I will right click on that, go down and click on Show More Options, then up to hover over Send To, and over to click Desktop. Now I will go up and close File Explorer and then go over to rearrange my shortcuts in the order I want and rename the Remote Desktop Connection to just Remote. Then from here I will double click on the new shortcut to open up Remote Desktop Connection and type the computer name, which is Bear, and then a colon with the 3400 port number after it. I will click on the Connect button and enter the username and password that I set using Computer Management, check the Remember Me box and click the OK button, which will try to log me on to the computer. Now I will check the Don't Ask Me Again for connections to this computer and click the Yes button to connect despite the computer certificate not being from a trusted authority. So now that I'm logged into the bare computer remotely, I can do almost anything I would be able to do if I were logged on to the computer directly using the remote desktop window. I can double click on the window header to maximize it, and then I will go down and click in the search box and go up to click on the Windows Defender Firewall shortcut again. And from there I will click on the inbound rules and scroll down until I see the remote desktop entries where I can right click on and disable them if I plan to keep using the 3400 port number. Next I'm going to show how to log on to remote desktop using the default port of 3389 though, so I will enable the three rules and then go down to click in the search bar again. Then I will go up and click on the registry editor, click the Yes button to allow the app to make changes to my device, and go down to change the port number back to decimal 3389 as it was set by default. Now I will close the registry editor and firewall, and then go down to restart the remote computer, which will then log me out and close the remote desktop window. Then after waiting a little bit for the computer to boot back up, I'll try logging back in using the old port number to show what happens when the remote connection fails. A message will pop up stating that remote desktop cannot connect along with some reasons why, so I will click on the OK button and remove the old port number to just use the computer name. Again, I can only do this because I'm using the default port number of 3389, so that is why I can connect without specifying the port next to the computer name. So I will click the connect button and it will connect remotely to the computer name bare again, and then from here I can open up the firewall and remove the rule I set for the 3400 port. And to disconnect from the computer, all I need to do is go up and close the remote desktop connection window, and then decide if I want to confirm every time I disconnect, but I don't want to, so I will check the box and click OK. Now I'm going to double click on the remote desktop shortcut and go over and click on the show options, then go up and click on the display tab. The display configuration is the only option I really use, and you can set it to either full screen by dragging it all the way to the right, or any resolution that you want the remote desktop connection window to open. So now when I go down and click connect, the remote desktop window will only go as tall and wide as the pixels that I chose for the display configuration. Hopefully this video has helped, and feel free to ask any questions that you still may have in the comments. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for more quick and on-point videos.